Okay guys, this is gonna be a fun little story time. This is gonna be the first story on my video, on my channel, where I'm gonna just talk, I'm gonna play a game, and just talk to you guys. So, I was in a certain area. We're gonna say I was in Sweden. It may have been the place I went, it may have not been the place I went, whatever. So, I was staying at my mom's friend's house while we were there. And you know, they have kids, you know, they're a bit older than me. One's 18, one's 20-ish, yeah. So, you know, so today on this, like, I went there for, let's say, 10 days, yeah, 10 days. And then, you know, I went, and, you know, I didn't do much, you know, at their house, I was just chilling. I was just really I just wanted to relax after a while, just have a relaxation, you know. So I was just relaxing, you know. I was talking to one of my mom's friend's son. They had a son and a daughter. The daughter's older. We're gonna call the daughter Kors, K-O-R-S, and we're gonna call the son Dorito Boy. So I was hanging out with Dorito Boy most of the time since Kors had a job, and you know, she'd usually come back at like 5-ish. Yeah, she'd come back at that time. So until then, I'd just be hanging out with Dorito Boy, and yeah, it was pretty lit until like 5 o'clock came around, and then Kors came back, and I would just hang out with her. So that was the dynamic. I'd hang out with Kors in the night, and Dorito Boy in the morning. So quick mention: Kors has a boyfriend. We're gonna call him Michael. That's not his real name. So one day, it was like the last day I was staying at their house. Kors tells me we should go to the arcade because, you know, our moms are pestering me, especially to go outside. Even though we went to the park one day, it's pretty lit. But we're like, okay, we should go to the movies, and then we should go to the arcade. And I'm like, dope. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Cause I haven't been. You don't have a lot of arcades in New York. You really don't. So I was like, this is gonna be dope. I can't wait, honestly. So, you know, it was all fun, and you can tell by the title that this might go somewhere, but I'm gonna just leave it a mystery for now. So, she came home at like, let's say 5. I didn't eat lunch for some reason. I woke up pretty late, I think. And then, you know, she goes out and tells me, oh, I'm gonna get a friend, aka Michael, to come with us. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. So, I didn't think much of it at the time. So 5 o'clock rolls around, I get lunch from her because I'm too lazy to make my own food. But then she's like, oh, all right, it's time to get ready. So I get ready like Sonic. Like I'm the Flash. I don't waste no time. And then turns out that we missed the movie. Actually, we actually came really late, which was really freaking awkward. Not awkward, but like what? All right, so just recording just got effed up for some reason. But you know, where was I? Okay, so we missed the movie, which was alright, whatever. I didn't really care. I just wanted to go to the arcade. So it's like 5:30. We go in the car. Michael picks us up. First thing I noticed, that there's music being put on blast, and my eardrums are killing me. It's really weird. It's hurting my ears, and I'm the type of person to just not say anything. Like, obviously my ears are in pain. I should probably be like, yo, could you lower the volume? And you know, he actually said, he's like, oh dude, is it too loud? I'm like, nah, it's fine, bro, just go ahead. And then yeah, so we go to the arcade, and then as soon as we get out in the parking lot, this girl, of course, just goes out and says, can you keep a secret? I'm like, oh, I forgot to mention one thing. Before we left the house, I asked Dorito Boy to come with us, but he didn't want to. He said it was a waste of time and I could keep careless. I'm like, whatever, just keep that in mind. So I go out, we're in the parking lot, and then she says, can you keep a secret? I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, he's my boyfriend. I'm like, whoop-de-fucking-do, because it is so damn obvious. It doesn't take Sherlock to notice that they're like in a relationship. So, you know, they're in, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm gonna be the third wheel. What the fuck, whatever. I don't really care. Okay, so we spent like an hour in the arcade. So there was a DDR game, DDR type of game, and like you know the ones in the arcade, you gotta hit like up with your foot, left with your foot, whatever, you know that. So then she goes out and says I mean, no. I mean, I was wearing sandals because in this place it was pretty hot. So I gotta obviously wear sandals because it's just gonna be, you know, I don't want to feel uncomfortable. Like I don't really care for if I wear sandals, if I don't wear sandals, I really don't care, honestly. So I was playing DDR. I was busting out my mood. I was dabbing. It was pretty fun. So I'm playing DDR, right? So remember, I had sandals, so I needed to probably look down because I can't tell which one I'm hitting because I'm that stupid. I nod my head down, and then I turn around to see if they're looking, and they're just going at it. They're macking on each other. It's just like, I don't know. Okay, and my recording got effed up again. Whatever. So they're macking. As I'm playing DDR, right, I'm just like, good lord, like, I'm not the type of person to be like, ew, when people are making out in public. But since I was the third wheel, it felt kind of weird. So, I go back to dancing. They magically stop as if I didn't see shit. So I'm like, alright, whatever. I get off, like, and this shit's the best part. The guy, Michael's telling me to keep going on, play more songs, and I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. I see what's conspiring right now. So I'm like, alright, but like, we just, cause you can play multiple songs for like, whatever the amount of currency is there. So then, you know, I went and did like, what, 2 songs, 3 songs, and then they still did it, and then I'm like, whatever. I ignore that. We go to play Mario Kart, right? I'm trying to put my coin in the coin slot, right? As, like, in my rear view, my right eye, I noticed they're going at it again. I'm like, okay. And then this was kind of like a reoccurring thing. Every time my head was turned, they'd be going at it. I'm just like, okay, I'm the third wheel, whoop-de-doo. I still had a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but just like, being the third wheel feels really fucking awkward. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you're ever in a scenario, just like, you're the third wheel, and it hurts when you're in a couple, too. That's the worst fucking part. So, an hour passes, we're in Pizza Hut, we eat pizza, whatever, we talk, and then, like, I acted like I didn't do shit, so, you know, we're going home, it's late at night, it's almost midnight, so, here's where the story gets really interesting now. We get home at, like, 11, they say that, oh, we have to go, and, like, she's like, okay, Course basically tells me that she and Michael are gonna, you know, they want privacy basically. So they're like, oh, we're gonna go out somewhere and I'm just gonna drop you home. And I'm pretending to be the stupid kid. Like, I do that just to confuse people, even though I'm not. I'm a fucking genius. I'm Albert Einstein up in this shit. But yeah. So I'm like, okay, why can't I come? And then she's like, oh, don't worry, you're gonna find it's boring or some shit, like some random ass excuse. And then she lets out. She's like, oh, Michael just wants to spend some quality alone time. I'm like, all right, I'll see you. I don't know if they were gonna have sex or what. I don't know. So I'm minding my own fucking business at this point. She's like, I'll be back in 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, 30 minutes. I have a lot of stuff to do at home because I was really busy this whole day because I just needed to get my stuff done because I was lazy beginning and now my night was pretty hectic kind of. I don't know. But we go. She drops me. Like, here's the weird part. So she kept calling her mom, asking what time are they going. And since I know my mom too well, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna come home late. You got nothing to worry about. So then I'm like, you're making it too obvious. And then just in case she doesn't want her mom to know about any of the shit, I don't know. I'm not really gonna dabble into that business. But she Michael parks like, let's say a good 5 feet away from the house, and I'm just like, so her house is on the left side, and I'm like, isn't this your house? She's like, no. And then like a good 20 seconds later, I find the house, and I'm like, why did you park so far? He's like, don't worry about it. All right, whatever. She drops me off. Dorito Boy's fast asleep. His door's locked. So I'm like, all right, it's basically just me at the house, whatever. She leaves. So I go take my shower, do what I gotta do, and just exactly when I'm done, 30 minutes passes. I'm lying on the couch, just chilling, watching Leafy. He's awesome. Shout out, even though he's not fucking watching this, but whatever. So I was watching, and then I noticed that it's midnight, and I'm like, she should have been back by now. But I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna let this slide. She can take her time, whatever. She's macking. She's doing whatever the fuck she's doing. I don't know. So I checked. It's 12 o'clock, and then I'm still watching Leafy. And you know, after some time, I get kind of lonely, and I kind of thought to myself, like, okay, there's 2 possibilities this could go wrong. Either both our parents come home, and we're screwed. Because they're gonna ask me where's Coors, and then I can't. If I just be like, I can't be no snitch. I gotta just be like, oh, she's out with a friend. But then she's gonna get in trouble because she wasn't taking care of me, which was her responsibility. Well, she did, but I don't know. But so she was dead. I was gonna be dead meat still, since I didn't call her an adult or whatever, some random bullshit ass reason I'm gonna get in trouble. So then I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of panicking. I'm panicking a lot, actually. No, not really. I was pretty chilled out because like I was just like relaxing on my on the on the couch, And then like another idea sparked in my head. Like there's a lot of expensive crap around here. And then like if a robber comes in here, like apparently where I was, there was a lot of gangs. And I'm like, okay, if a gang comes in right now and like the whatever version of blood that's like a gang here, like they try to mug me, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I just gotta like I don't know. Dorito Boy's asleep with his room locked, so I can't do shit. So I'm watching Leafy, and like every little creak I heard from this house, I'm like, is that a robber? Like, is there a fucking robber in this house? Like, am I gonna have to pull some like Mortal Kombat shit, and I'm gonna go Street Fighter, go like Hadouken? Like, no, I'm not ready for this shit. Okay, so it's 12 o'clock, then it's 12:30, then it's 1 o'clock. 1:45 rolls around, the door finally opens, and I'm like, I swear, if it's our parents, we're effed. We're fucked. Sideways, if that makes sense. I don't know. So then, it's her. So I was listening to Rice Gum actually. I was like, I heard his new diss track, and I'm like, I want to hear this one thing one more damn time. So I was hearing like he was like busting out fire. I'm like, yeah. And then she decides to open the damn door. I'm like, really? Out of all the times you could have come, you come in when I'm watching Rice Gum? Like, alright, whatever. So then I just listened to the whole diss track. She went and she didn't even notice that the lights in the living room were on. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But you know, I just like she's about to lock the door, right? I move up and I see her, and I'm like, I think I had my hands crossed, like in a pissed way. Not in a pissed way, just like in a subtle way, because I'm subtle like that. But so I'm just like, no, then she jumps like she saw a ghost. Like, oh Jeebus. And then I'm like, so what took so long? And then she's like, oh, don't worry. She's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm the type of person to just forget really easily. But one thing, she said 30 minutes at like, let's say 11:30. No, wait, 12. Yeah, 12. 12. Yeah. She can, well, yeah. I'll say 12. No, 11:30. Okay. So then, she didn't even give me a good explanation as to why why it took so long. I don't know how a girl can mac on a guy this long, but I'm like, whatever, what the fuck, whatever. I'm gonna just ignore this, and then I just go ahead and I was just basically, I was pretty pissed off. You wasted almost. She said 30 minutes. She would have been back by midnight, but no, it was 1:45. So she basically wasted almost. Let's say, I'm gonna say an hour 45. I can't really do the math, but it was like somewhere an hour 45 because she said 30 minutes. Then she extended it to like an hour 45 from that. So I was pretty pissed, and like it was funny because I really wanted to spend time with her because it was the last day I was gonna be at their house. I won't see them for a really long time. I already hanged out with Dorito Boy, and like you're with your girlfriend BF all night. So I'm like, okay, you guys are macking whatever. And it did kind of bother me. I'm just like, it was in the back of my head, like, what the fuck are they doing? Alright, how long is this gonna fucking take? Alright, so then, I'm gonna get to the end now. I was about to pass out, really, because I was so tired. But I stood up for her, and then she comes home. Now, I don't know what the hell this meant, but she fucking passed out, and then she went to sleep. I'm just like, okay, I waited for you this damn long, and you couldn't even stay up for like 10 minutes. I don't know what the fuck that meant. So then I tried to sleep. Oh, my back. I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't fucking sleep. So I stood up the whole night, and I was fucking tired in the morning. And then the alarm woke me up, and then guess what happens early in the morning? Yeah. So Chorus comes in, right? And then she just wakes up. She's like, oh, sleepyhead. And I'm like, bitch, you might have slept peacefully, but I couldn't. I didn't obviously say that. I don't mean that. I'm just like, really? You're gonna call me sleepy? I'm like, whatever. I left, and then so that was my experience being the third wheel. Now, I still had a lot of fun with them. I'm just saying, like, you gave me time. You said 30 minutes, and I ended up waiting 1:45, almost 2 hours, just watching Leafy. Yeah, and risk that our parents would come home and destroy. We would have been dead meat in an alternate dimension or universe, whatever. And then if a robber came in, oh god. So yeah, that was my experience. But let me know. Let me know if you guys have ever been the third wheel. Was it to a couple, a friend? I don't know. So just let me know. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like and sub if you want to see more stories. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.